Well, hello. I am filming at a very unusual hour. It's close to midnight and I can't sleep. I have pretty bad insomnia that's typically related to restless leg syndrome. If my leg is active, I literally cannot lie down. I have to be moving around. And if it was really, really at a level 10, I'd be walking outside. It's not that I'm not tired. It's just that my body and my meds have, it needs more time to kick in. And it's a whole thing. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize this. This buffet was my grandmother's on my mom's side. My grandmother used this in her dining room for her silver and china and all that. And I use it very differently. This is kind of a hardware drawer, keys, sunglasses, a few dog stuff and other things. But we're gonna go through this and organize it. We'll see if my body will get to the point where it's gonna let me relax and go to sleep. I've got some sleepy time tea. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna just pull stuff out of this drawer. So I guess this is the start of the March home edit stuff. I think I want to keep this drawer mostly with the things that it had in it. We've got poop bags. And what is this? We have about 8 chapsticks in here. I don't know if we need to keep all of these. Carabiner. A very tiny dog collar that belonged to our miniature dachshund. It doesn't really need to be where it is. Some tiny bows from Frida and her grooming. What do we have in here? Oh my gosh. Cassandra collected keychains at one point. What is this? It's like a tiny little thing you can put, I don't know what in. It opens up, but what do you put in there? A couple of maybe meds or something, or drugs? Cassandra's gonna have to go through these. And that's a container that I don't know if we will need, but I put matches in here for candles. We have some Altoids that I'd rather keep in my backpack. Some gum, backpack. Okay, this is a box of keys that I don't know what the fuck these things go to. Do you have a box of keys? Old storage unit that we no longer have. These, I have no freaking clue. No clue. I think these were to our old house in Denver, maybe. I'll move the camera in a little closer so you can kind of see in here, but this hasn't been touched in a while. So, more keys and cords. These keys. Some blades for the box cutter. I said this kind of acts like a utility drawer, and this just is a little bit out of hand. What is really good for this particular space is our sunglasses. Why do I have sage in here? Doesn't need to go in here. It needs to go with my ritual stuff. So I'm gonna move that out. I do like these in here to kind of help organize the stuff, but these are kind of dirty, so I'm gonna get my vacuum out. Put these sunglasses back in. Is good to have scissors here. And This little guy. Measuring tape. Tiny flashlight. These go to the light bulbs. Here's a wall anchor. Like these things need to go in the garage. These little things, anchors. Yeah, all in the garage. As I sort through this other stuff, like I'm gonna find where some of these other things can go. So just need to keep moving here. This is kind of a mess. Okay, like this packing tape, I think I want to put, does that fit there? Yes, because that's in the way. So I'm going to put that there. All of our glue can go somewhere else. There's just a lot of random things that can go with cords. Cord organizers. Every time you get a piece of furniture or something that has like you have to put together, how many of these screwdrivers do we get, you know, and just collect them. I have way too many. Part of a sewing kit. Thumbtacks. Pens that don't have lids and stuff are gonna get thrown. Another random tool, zip ties. These little glue dots I use often for things, so I like having that in the house as opposed to in the garage. Double-sided tape. Command hooks. Like, look at all these tiny screwdrivers. Keep that. Or it can go in my car kit, you know. I am building one of those. So some of this might be better for that. Paint can opener can go in the garage. I put the things that need to go into the garage in the garage. I started a pile for donations. Put some other stuff away that I think belongs in other areas of the house. So now we're going to go on to this, which is mostly batteries. And then more glue. Let's see. I'm not actually sure what is the best way to store batteries. Gorilla Glue, this can go in here. Okay. So these are all the batteries. I'm going to just keep them in these and put the loose ones. Put these in here. And then I guess I have these for like the loose ones, and these are all not loose, so I'm going to just leave them like that. Well, that was easy. Okay. So I guess I'll put that in there. And then keep these in there. Okay. Just 2 more to go. This has become where I keep like light bulbs, extra filters for the dog bowl, some votive candles. This is a sewing kit. Yeah. COVID tests, masks, This is like cleaning accessories and the manual for the pet fountain. And then we have water filter replacements, more protective masks. What is this? That goes to the bug catcher. This thing, I know I put in like a bunch of random hardware. I'm gonna put that. That's gonna have to go through that, but light bulbs, extra gum, light bulbs. Okay, roadmap, and then I have this is all full of like, yeah. All right, I'm just gonna have to pull this out. Maps, light bulbs. Because this house doesn't have great closet storage, I've resorted to using different furniture to store things in, and this actually works really well to house this kind of stuff. So how do I want to approach this? These are light bulbs to the chandelier. Okay, put these in here. These masks, okay. I do like kind of containers like this to like put in there, because then it keeps things from kind of piling on top of each other, and it's just easier to get to things. So I like doing that. All right, that looks good. Now I'm gonna put the gum there. And then this is the manual to our new dryer. This is to the Furbo. Okay, I think put that there. The maps. These are all like manuals that I'm going to put together in a kind of bag situation. I'm going to pause and get something for the, it's going to go up there for all of like a single big Ziploc bag for the manuals. This thing, oh, it's upside down. That's it, right? Okay, this used to be, well, yeah, it's a MAC box makeup thing. This was Cassandra's, and I've taken it over. She really didn't want to part with it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll make it. I just don't know how functional this really is. I never really remember about this stuff in here. It's like screws, hooks. This may need to go in the garage, actually. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in here, and I need to go through it. But I think this is more stuff that needs to go in the garage. But that is more of a detailed task that I'm not going to do right now. So I'm going to put it back in, and we will address that later. All right, last one. And this is where we keep hats, gloves, scarves, and then some of the dog sweaters. Then this is the dog's overnight bag when we take them to the dog sitter. First, we'll kind of prune through these, I guess. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of dog sweaters. Now, some of these are from dogs we've had, and we tend to stick with small dogs. So dogs we get in the future, like, potentially could wear some of these sweaters. I don't necessarily know if I want to clump them all in that bin with everything else. So I'm going to figure out a different solution for that. I'm going to throw that out. This hiking stuff potentially could go in the garage, but I'm gonna keep it in here. All right, and then hats. Mostly these are things like we grab if I'm going on a walk, or, you know, I don't keep our hats in the closet or anything because we just don't have a whole lot of room. And if it's not easily accessible, we're not gonna see it or use it. And this is super small. It doesn't really even fit. Okay. So these winter hats I'm gonna put in here. I just have a small, like, only a few things. These are wrist warmers. And gloves. Like, we don't have a ton of, like, outdoor gear, you know. The pool bag, I think I might just lay on top of that. And then the dog, well, okay. I don't like that. So when I go through the dog bag, which I think, yeah. I went through this recently and pulled everything out we don't need. Okay, so this is actually okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Put the pool bag on top, like so. And then these bowls, I'm actually going to have in the car, because when we're traveling and the girls they're used to drinking their water out of bowls. And so I'm going to have those in our car. Okay. So I've got to find a home for all of these dog sweaters. This is much better and it's less crowded, so I think that'll work. Are we done? I think we got everything put back together. These are the things that I need to deal with. The dog bowls are also going to go in the car kit. And what else? Some other stuff that I just need to put away in other areas of the house. So yeah, that's about it. Yay. I am starting to get sleepy. The month of March is going to be a lot of random projects like this, just random kind of things. And go through those baskets, and then that piece of furniture over there. I already washed our couch cushions. That was on the list. Hopefully we won't have another one of these late night organizing sprees. So, all right. Thanks for joining me, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like. And I'll see you in the next video.